Greetings, my lovely little frost pups, and welcome to today's art talk. Today's art talk is talking about my anime as a child, what I watched and what I grew up with. What my brother introduced me to, basically. Unintentionally or otherwise. See, I always liked anime, I just didn't know it was anime when I was a kid. So, funny how that works. But yeah, let's talk about that. So, as you can see, Lucy from Elfen Lied is joining us today for today's video, because I'm using her as our reference for a character in my visual novel that's going to be dressed in as her for a cosplay. Also, I just wanted to draw some fan art. But no, the thing is, I'm actually quite enjoying Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied was actually the first anime my brother ever introduced me to. Like I said, albeit unintentionally. He was just watching me as a kid, and I wouldn't go to bed, and he wanted to watch the show, so I watched it with him. He figured I'd just get scared and go to bed, and instead I became obsessed with Lucy. I loved that show. I binge watched it with him as a kid. And I'm talking like when I was 7. So let's talk about that. What about Elfen Lied do I like so frickin' much? It's hard to say, really, at the end of the day. What about Elfen Lied I liked so damn much? But if I had to say, it's probably the main character. I've always had a bit of a thing for psychos. Yeah, her. Perfect. Okay. So the thing about Elfen Lied for me is the main evil psycho girl got that way because of bullying. The reason she developed her split personality disorder, all that stuff, is because she was bullied constantly. And I do mean constantly. And I really resonated with that because, well, I was a redhead that was bullied as a kid. A lot. There we go. But the thing is, with Lucy in particular, I just really resonated with the character. So I fell in love, essentially. Lucy was, and continues to be, my first waifu. And I'm okay with that. I know she's a psycho, I don't care. You have no idea how many people have given me shit for that over the years. Now, that being said, I'm aware she's completely insane. So, yeah. This is not really a scripted video, by the way. It's just kind of talking about my opinions on the show. So if you don't know what the show is about, it's about this girl with her invisible hands basically being a psychopath and murdering a lot of people. But at the same time, there's a lot of, well, let's say romance and other things as well in there. Slow it down. So the show essentially ends up being about a bullied girl taking revenge on society, develops personality disorder due to a head injury at the start of the show, and it brings out her old personality, the personality that is just a cute girl. It also causes brain damage in a way that she just says "mew" a lot. It's like the only thing she can say for the most part. She eventually starts learning Japanese. Technically, well, I watched the dub, so English. But pretty much all she says is "mew." So that's what they called her, because she has lost her memory as well. Her name is just Mew. And I love it. The thing is, she knew Koda as a child, which is the main male protagonist. And she's actually the one who killed Koda's entire family. So in this particular case, I really enjoyed the intro. It also got me into that. Like, this is the show that got me into anime unintentionally. I know I keep kind of saying that. It's just insane. I kind of want to go over the show, but I keep getting a tad distracted. I'm losing my train of thought here. I don't mean to, it's just my brain being my brain. Anyhow. But I digress. There we go. Trying a slightly different style here today as well. Not huge difference, but a little bit different. For this particular character. But yeah, this particular show had a big impact on me as a kid because it introduced me to what animation could even do, what art could be. Yeah, it's a horror anime. Yeah, it probably isn't something I should have watched as a kid. But that being said, God damn it. Why can't I get my train of thought working today? Okay, well, my point being, Lucy as a character struck with me because she was bullied. Like, yeah, her first major victims were a bunch of school kids at her aforementioned school. But you want to know what those school kids did? They murdered this poor girl's dog. But yeah, that's just. Damn, I need to think my things through today. I cannot do it. Anyway. Give me a second. My problem is I'm listening to stuff in the background because that's what I do, and when I draw, and what I'm listening to keeps freaking distracting me. So, what I was saying is, Lucy is a character really resonated me because she was bullied, and the way she was bullied is, well, she was tortured by these boys when she was in very young grade, and these kids were absolute psychopaths, by the way. Like, I'm talking about, they literally killed her dog. A pet dog, a stray dog, that the only thing that she had ever loved, pretty much. Family didn't love her and feared her. And these little monsters murdered her. Murdered it. In front of her. That is the reason Lucy snaps and finally gives in to the voice in her head that's telling her to kill. Like, let me ask you this: who wouldn't snap at that point? I would. John Wick would. Are you really gonna argue with John Wick? I'm not gonna argue with John Wick. I'm personally sure as hell not gonna argue with John freaking Wick. Anyhow, my point being, this character in particular, the arms are a little too thin. Just really resonated me because of the bullying thing. Does that make what she does right? No, of course not. She's still a psychopath who murdered people. Does it make her sympathetic for me? Yes. Yes, it does. Should it? Maybe not, but that's not the point. Not really the point. There we go. Those are my player hands. I'm putting a little bit more effort into this particular piece because of the character in question that I'm kind of fan drawing. But yeah. Eventually she meets this boy named Coda. Coda is kind of a blank slate character at first. He's just a kid. But he is the first kid to actually treat her with kindness. They get along really well, they go to the zoo. She essentially falls in love with him as a kid. You know, a puppy crush. The problem is puppy love from a psycho. And one day, he spends time and says he has to go to, on this last day that he's basically in town, he has to go and spend it with his family. How's her hair look? But yeah, no, he's got to spend that last day with his family, and as a result of that, our main gal here, Lucy, who actually doesn't have a problem with him in going out and spending time with his family. That's not the issue in question at all. The issue she inevitably ends up having with it is that she asks if there's any women there, if she's going out with any women. And Coda lies about his sister. Not about his sister, about his cousin. And as a result, Lucy, inner self, the little psychopathic inner self that just wants to kill everything, snaps. This causes Lucy to snap. And she kills our main protagonist's entire family, which gives him a shit ton of trauma over the years. As it, it would. I mean, you can't really blame him for that. She has horns. What gives her superpowers in a way. Years later, she gets caught by a government organization because she's one of the species that's basically trying to wipe out humanity. Because the way they breed is they touch a male with their thing, and then the child born by anyone who comes in contact with them will be like them. A girl with pink or red hair and horns. And those arms. So the government eventually catches her, locks her up, does experiments on her, trying to figure out how to, essentially cure or figure out how to stop this. Essentially an alien disease trying to wipe out humanity. And she escapes, and that's the intro to the whole show. I still remember one of the first scenes. She coming down an elevator, and she comes down the elevator, right? Comes down the elevator in the in the scene. Comes down the elevator in that scene. And all the armed security open fire into the elevator as soon as the doors open. As soon as the smoke clears, all you see is Lucy sitting on the floor, just sitting there with her arms over her legs, and a bunch of the bullets just floating in the air. She caught them all with her invisible arms. Now everyone's standing back because they're like, oh, no worries. She only has a range of blah 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 blah. And then she fires the bullets back at them. She throws them back. It's such a good scene. Her outfit. She has a wig. It's just a scene I personally adore. She's got a ribbon. Goes down like this. It's gonna be it's not exactly gonna be a 1-to-1 the way this is designed, because this girl is meant to be in cosplay, not meant to be Lucy herself, if that makes sense. Just figured I'd throw that out there, since this outfit's gonna seem a bit odd, especially for the way I tend to do things. I think that's a little low, actually. The shirt itself is right about. She's got a thing that goes over. Short, like this. Two straps that go up from there. I'm trying to keep track of the way, more or less what the outfit is, but in my own art style. Doing some fan art, leave me alone. These art talks are fun for me. I hope you're enjoying the video. I really do. Where goes to just a little bit over her. Should go down to about here. But where that shirt should be going to. This goes down to just. Actually, that's pretty much right exactly where it needs to be. Huh. Okay, that works out. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna have the same shading and stuff, but the sock goes up to here, and it actually does curve in. So. Like, this is fun for me. That's all it really is at the end of the day. I wanted to include this character for a specific place in the visual novel. It looks like part of her. Heels, actual heels. That's better. Okay. Now we'll move on to the line art portion of our book. Now I know I'm not the best artist in the world, at least not yet, but this is actually coming up pretty good, honestly. Okay. Sorry, I'm just zoning out now. These videos are meant to be more, are going to be more scripted in the future, just not right now. Technically speaking, she is supposed to have ribbons, at least in this particular outfit, hiding her hair. That's what these are. It's meant to look like it blends this part into a ribbon. Make her horns look more like ribbons. So she's meant to be hiding them at this point in the show. this, maybe? Let's include it. Little white ribbons. Meant to be hiding her horns. This is actually coming out really well, and I'm really proud of it. If you haven't seen Elfen Lied, I recommend 100%. I recommend it 100%. It's a great show. I even have the manga for it. That's how much I personally love this show. That's it, to each their own. Now for the fun part, color picking. Oh, hang on. It's supposed to be right there, yeah. This is coming out so good. I mean, of course, it should be. I'm using a reference, but, you know. It's still fun for me. Let's start with her skin tone, shall we? And see how that looks. What her skin looks like. I wonder if I didn't quite pick that right. Feels like it should be that one. Let me see. That looks better. It does, but I think I'll use my own skin tones. It's probably just the closest thing you can get. So like, I use it. There we go. That's better. Coming out great, coming out grand. Okay, let's see here. Now, I'm guessing this isn't going to work, but I'm going to try anyway. Wait, I'm doing this here, and I believe one more. One, and that one. This looks too dark. More of a lighter gray. Let me swap. Go blue, go that color, and we'll do that. One more layer here. That actually that's this one. There we go. Now we need the darker gray. Okay. The shoes are red. Also, I would just do it like that. But I like this better. So, remember, she's supposed to be in cosplay, so there are supposed to be some inconsistencies here. To some degree. The shirt itself is pink. Use a slightly darker shade of pink for the nose. Yes. Perfect. This is looking good so far. At least for my version of essentially Lucy. These are dark red. Kinda ran out of things to talk about, so sorry guys. Like I said, I really need to work on learning how to script these, but one step at a time. There we go. Now I can grab my skin tone again. There we go. This is looking great so far. Now there's no way I'm going to be able to get that color to match up anyway, so let's just get as close to my person like here. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let's go. Ribbon wrapped around it, and then I'm going to make this a different shade, ever so subtly, to show that the horns are sticking out. So we do our gradient tool. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now the eyes are red. Her eyes are distinctly red. Maybe not that red. Then we'll go to that deeper red. Good side. decide. Storm on my mind. I was born for this. Okay. This is coming out really well, but to be fair, I am using a reference, one of the rare times I actually do, so I guess it's to be expected. Just a girl. This is meant to be for my visual novel. This is actually going to be a girl dressed up in cosplay. Each a reference, or at least it's supposed to be. That's the plan for it, anyway. Oops. Everywhere I'm supposed to be. My course is garden stuff. Okay, that's good enough. Oh yeah, I wanted to try something. Too big. like that. Okay. Okay. And that's this episode of Art Talk. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you like my little cosplay version of Lucy from Elfen Lied. See her in my little upcoming visual novel as an Easter egg. Farewell and have a lovely day.